As New Faces, New Voices and African Development Bank and other organizations, it was long overdue for us to come back on the table and say, this is what we pledged to do and this is what we have delivered. And I'm so glad by the choice of people and what people have shared with. The most important thing that I've come to appreciate is most of the pledges were measurable, which is not a very common thing in most of the things people pledge to do. Even government manifestos, they always be abstract. But for New Faces, New Voices, what I've seen is if somebody talks about financial inclusion, they are coming up with figures. They are coming up with branches open. They are coming up with women who have been qualified and certified. So it's about tangible results. So it's just timely, and I just hope that we can agree in this session how often do we have to come back and assess ourselves to see whether we are in line with our objectives, and most importantly, we have contributed positively, so that it's not more of a theoretical story, but a tangible measurement. Yeah. There's one thing I know as a person from the financial background: if there is no financial independence in a woman, then the other factors will not come. So I really still think that the different organizations should look at what our role is going to be in making sure that more women are financially independent. Then the other issues of culture, the other issues of collateral, the other issues of education of children, domestic violence, they all respond to an economically independent woman. So I look forward for a day when we can amalgamate all the social evils that are as a result of economic dependence on another party. Okay, just like any other organization, the success of our objectives will depend so much on the different, the different collaborations we have with other implementing bodies. And like I said before, the ability to work with the different private sector organizations, the ability to be appreciated by the governments and where these chapters work, and most importantly, the development partners, and then the other players, so that we don't have scattered interventions, because that is a challenge. You go to a district or to a village or to a country, and you see so many organizations duplicating the same thing. So I think it is very, very important, and this I have to appeal with a lot of passion, that New Faces, New Voices collaborates so closely with the different organizations that are doing similar interventions, so that the collective effort, gets to the real beneficiaries, not, yeah, but I cannot run away from the fact that New Faces being a Pan-African voice, it stands a better chance to umbrella, there's so many little organizations that are operating in these countries. Yeah. See, the different chapters operate in different environments, and depending on where you are coming from, it's easier to make a pledge in line with the environment you are in. We gave an example of Rwanda. When you talk about increasing, women in the registration, it is part of government policy. When you talk about doing the same in Uganda, it's part of government policy. But there are some markets where it's still resisted. It is very, very critical to understand the other factors within which the chapters operate. Yeah, because you cannot operate in isolation. You need them to, to support the interventions. The political will and the political framework is very, very critical in supporting the success of interventions from, civil society.